beautiful, but I mean, honestly, Deneen, I think SolePath has changed both of our lives, hasn't it?
It sure has.
Yeah.
In a great way.
Yeah.
In a positive, simple way. It's not it's not serious. It's you learning about you only.
Right.
And you and I have learned.
Yeah.
You learned me and vice versa and towards each other. But if it wasn't for SolePath, I would not be where I am right now.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of all parts of your life or a particular part of your life, like,
I think it was perfect timing. Back in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was time. That was another transformation of my life.
Right.
Was when I phoned you.
Yeah.
Yes, and then it went from there.
But you know, I loved it. You said that you just put purpose into your Google search and SolePath popped up.
Popped right up. Right, it was the first one, right on the scroll. Yes.
And I mean, that's us, right?
Yes.
When you and I became partners, then you
yeah.
know the thing people came to us for was purpose, and it's interesting too because how does knowing yourself more guide you to purpose? It does.
It does.
Right?
It does. What I learned more so is that because I am a selfish person and I'm happy to be that way because I'm a selfish person with purpose.
Right.
Yes. I need to be this way to be an example to all the children that are in my life, to my family, my friends, and my soul's evolution.
Yeah, and our entire SolePath community.
Yes.
You know,
oh yes, that's very important.
Looking, is that put your own oxygen mask on?
Yes,
first, right?
yes, it is exactly that.
Yeah.
And then choosing, which I want to, is know everyone else's SolePath. So I know yours, I know John's, I know the families.
Yes.
You know, Irina, Corey's, like we're all together in this, Michael's. So it's important because we have a new way of allowing you either go, I'm not going to play that game with you. You know, oh, you're being like this. You know, either step out or you offer a compassionate word that would assist them for what they need.
Yeah, you know, and I think for me the thing is having permission to be me, right?
Yes.
Just it's okay. But also giving the people in your life, like you mentioned, all the people that we love, right? Giving them permission to be them.
Yes.
And not expecting everybody to look at something in the same way.
No, because we can't.
We can't. We're different.
We're different. We really are different. Yeah. Even if our soul paths were the same, we're still different. We're experiencing it differently. And that's what I really am happy about when people get that, oh, I get that. So answering the question, who am I? What am I doing here? What is my next best step? Is all in the soul path. All in the SolePath work. Yeah.
I mean, how many times have you and I sat in workshop or with clients and they're just like, whoa, that explains everything.
It's so great.
Right?
Yes, it's so great. Yes, it's so great.
Yeah.
Yes, you see them. They just sparkle right up. And then, I love that feeling. And then the greatest thing, too, is when they show up and they're in their dark. And so they're used to everyone who has seen them in that mood to either add fuel to the fire. But when they come to the workshop and when the Institute was with us, you know, they would feel safe because we knew their dark path. There's no judgment. We were just like, oh, okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to follow you. It's going to be with you until you cross over.
Yeah, it's always a part of you.
Always. You cannot master... have a completion of your dark path.
No.
It is there. It's there's a reason.
Sorry.
It's valuable. Yeah. You're stuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I mean, so many people have described it as the magic.
Yes.
You know, the place where the dark path, the place from which you grow, the place where you get choices. You know, who am I going to be? That's a big question, isn't it?
That is a very big question. And for experiences that I went through the last 2 days, who am I going to be?
Right.
How am I going to handle these challenging situations that are occurring
Yeah.
rather consistently?
Right.
You know, and a couple of things I learned is to just be calm. Do not act. Do not make any major decisions. Breathe, relax, pause, and then really ask. Even ask your higher self. Ask a friend. Ask whoever is there a question. Just to allow yourself time to absorb the situation that is presented, which is a gift for you to be your best self in. And to remember, you know, that's it. And it was successful for me. And the greatest thing is that it could have lasted 2-3 days,
Right.
but it did not. It only lasted hours.
Right.
Which is quicker.
Yeah.
Because I was purposefully choosing to get out of it and see a light perspective of why it was happening, instead of thinking that I wasn't enough, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough, I'm not knowledgeable enough, I'm scared, you know. Yeah. Yes.
But Deneen, you know, I started writing SolePath in 2009, and I mean, you basically connected with me almost right away.
Yes.
Right? So, you know, we've been on this journey together. The one thing I know about you, my friend, is that you walk the talk. And you do. You live your soul path. You live your spirituality. You put into practice the things that we teach and the things that we've learned. And that's why, you know, you had this big upheaval yesterday, but it's dealt with.
It is. It's dealt with. I feel better. It's a new canvas. My ritual this morning, it was nothing but reassurance for me.
Yeah.
And I feel good, because it's important that I feel good, because I know you guys will be impacted by how I feel.
Right.
And that's very important to me. I do not want to reflect onto others that. And that's one of the main keys that I do in SolePath, me knowing my soul paths and my purpose. That's all I need.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yo, whoa, Deneen, let's just take a rest, because, you know, let's not do this. It's okay to have this happen, because it always will.
Yeah.
But, you know, what would your intuitive creator do? What would your spiritual balance do? Yes, yes. Even the governing number 8, compassionate, benevolent commander, intellectual, yes, but so valuable. Great tools, yes.
So tell me about what your ritual was this morning, because that was an important one. After, you know, yesterday you have this big upheaval, you felt so vulnerable and challenged and even sad.
Yes.
But you woke up this morning and you needed to do your ritual. And look at you now, so tell me about your ritual. So
the ritual this morning, I have my divination cards, and I pulled 4 of them, and they were spectacular. Spectacular. They were everything accurate and correct. So it was earth, it was light earth, and then it was light lake, and then it was the dark yin yang, and then it was the dark lake, which is great. That's okay. So external influence, internal influence, how to achieve my goals today, and self-care. So I was like, perfect. So first thing I read it all out and I write it out, because it resonates in my cells when I read, write, and even speak it out. Yeah. It resonates for me. It transforms me. So you actually write what's on the cards? I write exactly what is on the cards in my awesome journaling book. I do it all the time, because I want to absorb it. I want to feel it. I want to be able to think about it. I want to create from it. And most importantly, learn from it. So I write all of them out. I say it. And then I think about it and I thank them. But today for it was just all reassurance of I'm here on earth for my soul's evolution. Yes, you are safe. Make playing fun an integral part of your life. You know that you are safe. You are balanced. Yes. And then for the dark of the lake card, that was fun because it's white. So I'm wearing white. You know, I do. I honor everything. I do not take it. And it's fun for me, though. That's just my type of fun.
Yeah.
But the guidance of it was to just stay away from negative people and negative thoughts.
Right.
Have kind communications.
Right.
Be who I am meant to be. I am the leader. I am the champion of my emotions.
Right.
Yes. So having all of that, thinking about yesterday, it was like them going, see, you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
did it.
just keep this going.
So Deneen, I mean, when you get into, let's say, a relationship, and a person is really negative, and you have years and years and years of this in your ear about this is wrong and that's wrong, and here's what we need to be afraid of, and let's go down the whirlpool of doom and gloom and all that kind of thing. So how does one make that not be the response? So you get triggered by an event. How do you stay out of that as a response?
For myself,
Yes.
What I had done and have chosen to do is know that it was just an experience. It's not who I am. This is who I am. But I do need to own the experience because it was an experience for my soul's evolution.
Right.
So it was valuable.
Right.
And I don't need to make a drama out of it.
Right.
But I do need to say thank you and move on. Some people would look at that and say, you're very selfish. Well, you know what? For my own mental health, that is the best way for me to deal with it. Because I have to get myself back on the light side of the emotional scale.
Yeah. Well, I mean, selfish has a definition, a negative definition, but there's self-worth and there's self-care, there's self-love, there's self-esteem.
Self itself has
right.
numerous meanings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so what about your getting dressed and all that?
Oh,
you do?
yeah. Whatever my cards are, I will honor the color. So earth is pink, lake is white, yin yang is yellow or cream. So I would wear, I have my gemstones, so that's the citrine,
Right.
so that's, the yin yang, so that's, yep. And then I have white, because that's the intuitive creator.
Right.
And then pink, I have my socks. My socks are pink.
Right.
Yes, so I
Yeah.
always incorporate color because color, it has its own energy. And I believe that the guidance that I get every morning for its energy, if I don't have pink socks, let's say I didn't, then I would carry pink gemstones.
Right.
Or I would wear pink earrings.
Right.
I would, because the color is so important, like the gemstones are. They all have their own role in it, but they all work together to enhance my chi and my energy field and to help me when I can just be calm and go, okay, I'm kind of battling this question. I really like chips, but I swell up. So which one should I get? And it's fun because it's light. And life is meant to be fun, but life is hard. But that's okay. Because we came here for that experience. We come from love. We come from where there's free emotions. So allow this experience. So, I will talk to myself in a grocery store. And I will decide, let's say the chip thing again. And I'll go what my intuitive creator do. What my spiritual balance. Or what was that second card, or what was the first card again, right? Yeah, I make it fun. And food, I would have a food that assists those cards.
Right.
It's so simple. It's so fun. It's not a heavy, detailed way of loving yourself, which will show to everyone around you.
Yeah.
Because they feel it.
Yeah.
They won't know how they walked down that aisle and they were arguing over, hot sauce. And all of a sudden they see someone who is having fun within themselves and their energy ricochets, and then they just kind of hang around and they don't know why.
Right.
They're just kind of hanging around.
Right.
Maybe they'll get a bag of chips too.
Yeah. But every single person, when you work on your energy like that, the way you do, every single person, every stranger, every friend is impacted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's important to me. Like, I do remember that. I there's a lot of children in my life, and they're very important to me, and I want to be the best me as I can. I'm still human. I'm going to do a lot of mistakes, which I don't plan on it. But, it's going to happen. But I'm not perfect, and I'm acceptable as that. I'm acceptable knowing that. I love that. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But, if you remember it, but knowing my soul paths helped me with that, though.
Right.
Like the situations that occurred yesterday. Okay, who are you going to be? Okay, first thing you have to do, Deneen, is just relax. Calm yourself. Try not to be a reactor. Stay calm. Okay, now, ask a question. Do whatever you need to do to have you to be calm, and then to get some glimpses in. Because how can you get assistance if you're running around foggy and reacting? It's like, no, you're just going down the rabbit hole then. And like you're in trouble. Which is fine if that's what you choose to do. Like, you've never done anything wrong. No one's done anything wrong when they're in their dark path. But you will feel like it after, and so you need the tools. Yes, you need the tools.
So how your SolePath is intuitive creator and spiritual balance.
Yes.
In your life path. So tell me about that side of you.
Wow, I don't know how to describe me. Intuitive creator is more than just the creating of jewelry. I've learnt from allowing myself to see, because I had to allow myself permission to go, you know what, Deneen, it's okay to be a little arrogant in some things. It's how you come across, because that was my protection. I would hold myself back or play dumb. But for my intuitive creator, I love beautiful things. I love beautiful things. I love whether it be crystals for, the crystals I do make for the Feng Shui and the space balancing. Whether it be wine glasses or ornaments. Keep things around me that is beautiful and light and bright. That helps my creator to expand itself. Conversations. I have a lot of conversations. I'll go to a gas station, I'll just whatever it is. If I see someone's needing something, it just comes out. So I just allow it. I just love it. Yeah. And there's more. There's so much more to my intuitive creator, and I'm only halfway there, like in my age, to the other half of my life of learning more and more and more of what my intuitive creator can do.
Yeah.
But fun is definitely for me.
Yeah.
And creativity is definitely for me in my vision of what creativity is, because we all have our own visions of what creative is. So, and then for my spiritual balance is I definitely do see all sides of a situation, all sides of drama when I am calm. I can see, that's the gift of the balance, is I'm just there to learn, and I want to support. I want to be part of this, let's say, workshop. I just want to be present for everyone, and I want to keep thriving and learning as much spiritual stuff as I can. And then I want to share it to whoever will listen or not listen. Sometimes I care, sometimes I don't care, but I'm not mean. I'm not mean. But yes.
And the dark intellectual expert? Tell me about her.
Oh, well, I loved her for the longest time. Very successful. Very successful in creating businesses. Very successful in getting answers to questions that need thought. So that expert is great at giving time. And I will learn it and master it. Like I have, that's the gift of the dark path, is I have mastered the dark intellectual expert. And I do see myself studying on something, and I want to perfect it. I can be competitive, and I will find things wrong with everyone else around how they do it, because my expert is like, what are you doing? I got this. And no, I'm going to dance better than the Zumba instructor. That's just the way it's going to have to go. And then it's like, no. But she served me great in the business world, served me great with defending my staff
Right.
Yes, because as an intuitive creator as well, I am emotional. I'm very, very sensitive.
Right.
You know, so the dark expert has given me that strength, you know, to speak up and say what needs to be said with confidence and courage as well. But, you know, also she kept me at bay. You know, I had anxiety, you know, for a few years there. And the dark belief of an expert is you're not enough. And I really believed I was not enough.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But when that pops up, it does not stay as long as it used to.
Right.
Right? And that's the gift. That's the purpose. One of the main purposes of learning who you are is to understand the tools of your dark path. Use the lightness and emotions of your light paths. So you have 2 light paths to choose from.
Right.
Why would you not choose that?
Because you feel better too. Right?
You feel so much better. Everything's lighter. You might have a cry. You might go buy yourself an ice cream float. It does not matter. It's okay. Mm-hmm. You're human. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Deneen, for the anxiety, I mean, what do you think was the biggest thing to get you out of that spiral?
Deciding to have a backbone and stand up for myself.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what gave you the courage to do that?
Enough was enough.
Right.
Enough was enough. No more. I was getting sick. Mm-hmm. My thoughts, everything were not being clear. Mm-hmm. Anxiety was too much. Mm-hmm. When I went to the hospital, they couldn't find anything wrong with me, so maybe it was the mental institute after that. But it was just getting too much. My heart wasn't there, but I knew what I had to say, and I said it with kindness. And when I said it, I felt so relieved. I felt safe. And the people whom received what I had to say, because it was people whom I needed out of my life, they seen in my eyes and they heard in my tone, you know, that she's done. I can't do this to her anymore because actually she's not gonna allow it, you know. And so, and that's one of the hardest things for a lot of people to do.
Right. When
they're in and have people in their lives that really confine them and cloak them and keep them down, not feeling small. Very small. It takes courage. Yeah. It takes courage, but you do get to a point, because I prayed every day, I did my journaling every day, and then it just builds up. It just gets inside of you, and then all of a sudden, like, my higher self would go, boom, that's it. No more.
Enough.
Enough is enough.
Yeah. You
You have to say this.
Yeah.
You have a purpose, and it's not this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you pivot to your purpose?
Well, I believe in decluttering and cleaning and getting rid of stuff, and that because it's all energy. So I did just that. I just redid everything. Right. I took out everything. I took books out. I took pictures out. Gratitude. Mm-hmm. I had gratitude, and I said thank you. Mm-hmm. I did. I said thank you, but you got to go. Mm-hmm. You know, blanket, you have to go. Spoons, you have to go. Like I did. I went through the whole thing. Room. No more room. Yeah, no more room. No more room. Deneen is transforming again. Mm-hmm. You know, and I need this. I need this clean slate to happen. Mm-hmm. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. Mm-hmm. So that's how I do it. I clear out everything. Right. Yeah. Yes. Some people are different. Like I'll share, like my mom was concerned. She thought that I should wait to do things, but my energy was so active, so like rambunctious. So, well, there I did. I just took out. I just went for it. I even did the backyard. I mean, my son, like Shen, was just shaking his head. He comes home and sees me with 2 dustpans, and I'm spreading out sod in the backyard. Cedar chips and everything. I have these 2 dustpans, and I'm just going to town. Just get it. And it was good. I was happy. Yeah. I was happy, you know. And Shen's going, "Oh, Mom, you're gonna be so exhausted. I'll have a shower, wake up, and I'll finish the rest then." But I did what I know I need to do. An intuitive creator, the sponge gets big and big and big and big. And I had to wring it out. I had to wring it out. And sweat and activity and what brings me joy is what was needed for me to do. And I'm listening. And that's when it works. When I know I'm reacting out of my dark, I don't hear anything. I don't get the guidance because because I know it all. Like, don't you know who I am? That's the dark. That's the ego. You know. But so when I calm down and I start doing activity because I'm intuitive, bringing out my sponge, and I have great music playing in the background, and I'll sing. You know, I don't care who has to plug their ears, but I'll do whatever I have to do in that moment. And then when my space is cleared, which would require washing the walls again, like that's with rose water. Right. And then I go to the corners, I go through the whole house, and I talk to the house because it's a real living organism. It's, yes, you know, some people would say it's there, but it's not there. Well, you know what, physically, this wall is here. So this wall needs love. And this wall has consumed everything in it. So I'm going to nurture it. I'm going to give it a clean slate. So I'll wash the walls, I put rose water in with the water, and I have sage oil, I'll mix that all up. Whatever I feel the house needs, I do it. Yes. I'll wash the windows, I clean everything out, I'll eliminate furniture. Do I love you? Sure, I love you, but you know what? Someone's going to love you more. You don't go with me anymore. Gotta go. You know, and then I'll move furniture around. I replaced the faceted crystals, you know, on arrow points, and refreshed the bavois mirrors on the outside of the house, and also the stickers that go on the inside on the windows. So I did a complete, thorough cleaning of the house. Yeah. Yes, for my own well-being, and also, yes, myself, but also for anyone else who came in. Right. Because that's important. Yeah. Yes, and for the ones who come up. The ones who are coming up to the house, you know, thank goodness for the mirrors, you know, the bavois mirrors. They help them as they approach the home, and hopefully, and you know, when they recognize it, they come in. And as you know, at the Institute, people go, you know, it just feels so good here.
But even in your home, and
yes,
you know, in my home, and we work hard on the energy.
Yes, we do. Yes, and we love doing it.
Because it feels good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Work needs to be given a little bit more kindness. The word, right? Yeah. Yes, I believe it does. Yeah. I think a lot of words need to be changed. Like, what was that saying? You and I were visiting on that a couple of years ago. If it's too good to be true, it is. And then something kept occurring to us, and we're like, you know, there's a whole new perspective of that. People would look at that and go, yep, see, walks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it's a duck. But what's up with that duck? You know, ask a little bit more questions about it. Yeah, how does it feel though? Yeah. You know, and then that's the next trick, is that if it feels that energy is a little bit tense, why challenge it? Yeah. Why challenge it? You're purposefully asking for a confrontation. Yeah. So, who do you want to be? Not that. Turn around and walk that way. Because you can. Yeah. Because you can. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well, you know, Deneen, I mean, you are the only person that I would ever ask to work on this space.
Yes.
Right? And
I'm so grateful.
Personal space.
Yes.
You know, your gift at space clearing is, I mean, it's extraordinary. And
well, I wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't have known that.
Your understanding of energy, though, in this space. I mean, you just, you know, you have this ability to walk in and make an energetic assessment.
Yes.
You know, it's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. I have one more question though.
Okay.
Why are you doing a podcast?
I'm doing a podcast because I woke up and it was suggested to me metaphysically, and I visited with you guys on it. And it is also one of the most important ways for me to communicate what my purpose is on this planet with everybody, and that is the soul path work.
Right.
Because the soul path work is the top part of my soul's evolution for me to be my best self.
Right. And in terms of purpose, right? It's
most certainly.
Definitely your purpose. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to know their soul path. I don't know why anyone would not want to know their soul paths and know why they're like, who are you? We don't know. Are you asking, do you want to know metaphysically? We can help. Do you want to know what you're doing here? We can help. Do you want to know your next best step? We can help. We have the tools to assist you, but you have to do the work. But we're here for you. And that's what I want everyone to know, is their soul paths. And the podcast is a way. And it's also a way for me to share with you, Dr. Debra Ford, my best friend, my loving friend, and also all the other lovely doctors that are in the soul path work as well, and then all the other clients who we've had who are professionals who have had their soul paths done and their businesses soul paths done to make everything successful. I want them. I would love to visit with them, and I will, and they can share their experience of how their soul paths have assisted them, how them knowing their business's soul path has assisted them to be successful for their business financially, for their employees and their clients. Yeah. Yes, because there are a lot of stories. Yeah. A lot of stories.
That's true. After since 2009, it's getting up there.
It's getting up there.
Yeah, we have a lot of anecdotes.
We do.
Yeah.
And we're proud of that. And they're easy tools. You created... I keep saying this. There's no words yet. We need people to come up with more words because the soul path work is a fast forward, in Deneen's perspective, to a person's purpose, even a child. The parents want to help their children, know your child's soul path. You want to know why your child is being this way and you can't figure it out because this is how you would do it, and you want to know, we can help.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I know Emilia and Isla, my grandchildren, who are your best friends.
Yes.
I did a write-up for them which said, what would you like your teacher or your coach to know about you? And so it's about, their social abilities, the way that they learn. Emilia's a double spiritual, and so she's an observer. She needs to wait before she jumps in. She needs the pause that you talk about.
Yes.
Isla's a charismatic. And honestly, she's like honey and bees all around her. So, just that community, not just for parents, right? Like,
no.
What would I like a teacher to know about my child?
Yes. A counselor.
Right.
Yeah. There's, oh my goodness. The tools, the knowing of who your soul, how your soul wanted to experience as an intuitive creator, spiritual balance in a physical body in this lifetime.
Right.
Soul Path can do that.
Right.
It's purpose, it's a fast forward, it's intention.
Yeah.
It's love.
Yeah. And the thing is that it almost takes away the drama of your life, right? Because you can see, well, I'm a dark, compassionate healer, and then therefore to grow through that, to be given opportunity to choose away from it, you have to be triggered, and triggers are all the crap that goes on in life, right?
Yes.
So
we don't want to wish them away.
Oh, there it is.
That's right.
I see you.
Yes.
I'm not going to be there. I want to be somebody.
I want to play that game today. Well, you're an inspirational teacher, spiritual mystic.
Yes.
So that's a double whammy of teaching.
Yes.
How has that served you?
Well, it's permission to be me. Permission to do what I want to do. Permission to, when the urge to write takes me to say, well, that's who I am. That's my
Yeah.
purpose. I'm there.
Yes.
I think that's been the greatest thing, because the problem with the dark compassionate healer is people, not really people pleasing, but always taking account of how everybody else is feeling.
Yes.
And so anybody else's needs took precedent over mine. Friends, clients, family, all of it, you know. So, yeah, not anymore.
No.
No.
No. And
No.
and how long had that taken for you to recognize the no more?
I do not even know what to say.
I know. But it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Because we'll never get it done.
Yeah.
That's an acceptance.
Yeah.
But knowing that, we also know we have the tools
Yes.
that we need.
Yes.
How could that be a problem?
Right.
That's what I ask myself this every day. Who would not want to know their soul paths? Right?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's purpose.
Yeah.
It's joy, and some of it is of service.
Yes.
And that's my purpose, is service.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? I mean, all my life I've been of service without even knowing that was what I was already doing. You know, janitor business. That was a service.
Yes.
That was cleaning people's places. That was being
decluttering,
changing the energy. Makes sense. All of it. Yes.
Yeah.
And you writing. Oh my gosh. The writing, the books you've written.
Yeah.
All of that. So honorable of your spiritual journey and your purpose.
Yeah, yeah. And would not have ever carved out the time to do that, because my healer was all about what does everybody else need.
Yes.
But, yeah, so that's been freedom. Yeah, freedom to be me, freedom for you to be you.
Yes.
And you know what's amazing about SolePath too, Deneen, and we've said this so many times, we get to spend all day, every day, telling people how magnificent they are.
Like, seriously.
Right? But everybody's different. There's gifts, there's greatness in every single human being. Mm-hmm. And we give words to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do. And support.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't do their work.
No.
No.
Yeah.
And we cannot predict the future.
Yeah.
We have right here, right now. And it is hard to not make things about a future outcome.
Yeah, or a past event.
Oh, goodness.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
making all our choices around what happened or what might happen.
Oh.
It's exhausting, but what's happening right now. That's how I make my best choices.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
Well, I, for one, am very excited about your podcast.
Oh,
I think you're going to
you.
have so much fun with it, and I'm just wishing you
so
much joy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, me knowing I have you as support, and John, the family, the girls, you know, Irina, Corey, all of you, Michael, like, it's just huge for me. And I actually can feel that.
Yeah.
You know, that's just not words. I can feel that.
Yeah.
And that's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
May I suggest that you have every single one of them as a guest?
I will.
Yeah.
I will. Consider it done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Janice
I will.
and Kathy. And
Yes. Irina.
Yeah.
Yes. Even John.
Corey.
Yes. Most certainly.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll have Michael.
Michael.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And there's Geraldine and
Yes.
oh
Carrie
my
Ann.
goodness, Carrie Ann. Oh yeah, love. Yeah, that'll be just lovely. And visiting with Janice will be so great.
Yeah.
So great. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we're so lucky. Thanks to you for starting this community.
Yeah. Well, I mean, gosh, look at the incredible people around us.
Yes, and how far this reaches.
Yeah.
Like, it's all over the world now.
Yeah.
You're on Insight Timer.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, like Tuesdays and oh my Lord, and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Like, think of it. For where we, you know, first
when we
met.
started.
Yes, to it now.
Yeah.
You know?
You couldn't have wished it. You
No.
couldn't have comprehended it. You couldn't have seen it. But you know what that is, though, Deneen? That is you and I making the right decision in the moment. Not worrying about what's going to happen up there. Just saying, right here, right now,
Yes.
this is the right decision. And, yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, so full of gratitude.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I don't know how to look and plan ahead, really.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. Sometimes it trips me up, but that's just a part of my personality.
Yeah.
That's just the way. I rely on everyone else to help me out with that.
Yeah,
I always go to you.
Yeah.
But no, it's so great. It's so great. Yes.
Well,
Thank
my
you.
friend, from my heart to yours.
Yes.
I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to see what you do with your
Oh,
podcast.
me too.
Yeah.
And you will be back?
I can be back anytime you want.
Okay, good. I'm glad because I want you to. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. This is great.